Remember when owning a home in Canada was a symbol of success? Fast forward to 2026, and for a lot of people, that dream feels like a moving target. The finish line just keeps getting farther and farther away. Even though interest rates have cooled off a bit, most buyers I talk to still feel like the system is rigged. Because if you're spending over half your income to keep a roof over your head, is that really making it? So let's break down why so many Canadians feel stuck, not just in buying, but in renting or even trying to move somewhere cheaper, and what it takes to actually get unstuck. Starting with the illusion of homeownership. For years, the message was simple: work hard, save a down payment, and one day you'll own a home. But for many, that math just doesn't math anymore. The National Bank recently said that the average household would have to put over 60% of their take-home pay towards housing. And that's assuming you could even find something under $1 million in the GTA. In Hamilton, prices are definitely lower than Toronto, but they're still not quote-unquote cheap. You can definitely save a few $100,000 off the purchase price. But with rates, utility costs, and property taxes all climbing, the cost can still hit home. So a lot of people have just hit pause. They save more, they wait, and they watch. But if you've been waiting for the prices to crash over the last couple of years, how's that going for you? Yes, prices have come down, but not in the dramatic way that some people are predicting and some people have been hoping. And then we have renting, which isn't the escape hatch that it once was. If buying feels impossible, then renting will give you more freedom, right? Well, not so much. Average rent in Toronto is hovering around $2,700 for a 2-bedroom. And Hamilton is a bit cheaper, but not that far behind. So again, when half your income is going towards putting a roof over your head, that flexibility that renting used to have isn't quite there anymore. I'm seeing more and more people cutting back on groceries, skipping vacations, delaying retirement savings, all just to stay afloat month to month. And the kicker is we're not even building enough rentals to keep up. Developers are shelving projects, financing is tight, and new housing starts are way down. So while a lot of people are waiting for something to give, things are just getting worse. And then there's the just move myth. Every time I post a video, I've also made videos about this as well, somebody says, why not just move to Alberta or move out east? And I get it, the houses are cheaper for sure, but the story doesn't end there. Because yes, Calgary is about 40% cheaper than Toronto, but so are wages in many industries. And when everyone else has that same idea, those affordable areas become no longer affordable. Calgary is actually a great example of that. Edmonton seems to be the new place to go, but I'm sure it's going to find the same path that Calgary has. And moving abroad sounds tempting as well. I have friends that have moved to Mexico, Portugal, or the US. But then you're juggling visas, taxes, healthcare, and a dollar that just doesn't go as far as it used to. So it's not quite that easy to just escape the problem. It follows you elsewhere. But why does everyone feel so stuck? Well, there's no single villain here. It's a mix of bad timing, bad policy, and years of underbuilding, or rather building the wrong things. And here's what's really driving it. We're short millions of homes in Canada. Canada needs over 5 million new units in the next decade. And that's just to balance things out. But the problem is we're not even at half that pace. Developers are pulling back. Rising costs, slow approvals, and tight lending mean fewer cranes in the sky. And population growth has exploded over the last number of years. We've welcomed record numbers of new residents, which is great, but the housing supply just hasn't kept up. And even though there's been a temporary pause on some of that, the damage has been done. And with bureaucratic red tape everywhere, even when someone wants to build, it will take years before shovels hit the ground. So we end up with this perfect storm. High demand, low supply, and no quick fix. So what can you actually do about it? The truth is we have no control over interest rates or national policy, but we can adapt. For some, like myself, that means exploring mid-sized cities like Hamilton, St. Catharines, or even Kitchener, where your money still buys you space and lifestyle without the Toronto price tag. And for others, it might be using the time that you're renting to build some financial stability, investing, paying down debt, or saving strategically so that you're ready when opportunity shows up. And for investors, it's time to get creative. Secondary suites, joint ventures, even co-ownership is starting to make a lot more sense than trying to go it alone. The housing market isn't impossible. It's just different. You can still win. You just need to be playing a different game than your parents played. We are definitely living through a housing reset. You can call it a crash if you'd like, but I don't think it's going to crash and burn. The system is shifting, and the ones who learn to pivot are the ones who are going to get ahead once things finally stabilize. So I'm curious, where are you at in this whole picture? Are you saving? Are you renting? Are you thinking about making a move, saving up for your first home? Drop a comment below and let's continue the conversation there. And if I can ever be of help, there's a link below. Feel free to book a call, even if it's just to pick my brain. Till then, I'll see you on the next one.